And the third final thing about the eagle that most of you know or might not know is that the eagle mates for life. In short, once the eagle begins to mate with its fair sex, smart people ask questions, smart people seek facts, smart people solve problems. But the smartest people challenge themselves among their peers. Join the first of its kind, the army of smart people, and lead the world. I am your captain, Duncan Robert Ahuya, your number one public informant. Please subscribe. Someone by the name Napoleon Hill, in his book The Law of Success, once said that the moment you realize you're an accurate thinker is when you're able to separate between important and unimportant information, irrelevant and relevant information. Because in this life, you need important, relevant information. And who else to provide you that but our channel? I see the need to explain to my new viewers what this channel is about. A few years back, I realized that we live in a world where there is so much information. But the more we progress in data, in information, in awareness, the more ignorant we are becoming. We are becoming less empowered by the information that we have in our hands. And the big question is why? So it bothered me because I have noted with a lot of dissatisfaction on how much people are consuming a lot of information that is not empowering to them. Our lives are not changing as a result of consuming this kind of information. We are not becoming better people. And that bothered me a lot because when we go to school, when we read books, when we watch videos online, when we watch YouTube, when we watch the television, we should be spending at least a good amount of that time to improve our lives, becoming better. And so I sat down and started wondering, how can I take advantage of all the available information and just put it out there so that the public can consume? I didn't want to replicate what is already out there, because if people want to know much about any topic, you can now Google. But most of the information that is available is being given at a very high level. It is not for your normal public consumption, especially the relevant information about the economy, countries, technology, about finances, about money. All that kind of information, you will find it online. But the nature in which it is given to you by the people who make decisions, basically determining the fate of our future, is being given in very complex formats that the normal public person cannot consume it. And so that is why I sat down and thought, how can I put myself in the middle of that? Because I pride myself as someone who is very passionate. I am very passionate about research. I am passionate about new things, and I'm passionate about knowledge. I love and I crave to know new things that I didn't know. And I learn from people, I learn from books, I learn from watching just people who have achieved so much in their lifetimes, to learn a few lessons that I can gain out of it. And as a result, I decided then that's what exactly I'm going to do. I'm going to open a YouTube channel because we are living in a technological era where there is a lot of outlet, a place where I can literally communicate to the world. And so that is how I came up with the idea of this channel. Names. I think people who've opened businesses, people who opened YouTube channels, the dilemma that comes with deciding on the kind of brand that you want to be identified with. As a matter of fact, when I was starting this channel, the name of the channel, I had given it Channel Ask Why, and I think most of you actually know it as Channel Ask Why. But then I sat and did my own internal reflection, and I came up with the idea that I am putting myself out here so that people can ask me questions. And once they ask me these questions that they want to know, I go and do the research. I do a robust research and come back to them with answers which I hope will change their lives. So people are definitely asking me. I thought then, why can't I call this channel Ask DRA? DRA is basically Duncan Robert Ahuya. Those are my full identification names that the state knows, the country of Kenya. And so that is how I have come up with the new brand, Channel Ask DRA. And so if you've noticed some changes in how the name of the channel is, please just understand that we are setting up the foundations of how we are going to go moving forward. Now, having said that, then let me explain to you now the new few changes that you will also observe in this channel. You will always see this glass of water, and the glass of water for me is just a reflection of what this whole universe is about. It's about life. Without water, then we cannot live. So this is just for me to always remind you that the moment you see this water here, that we thank God for giving us life, and for as long as we are healthy, then everything that we plan to achieve in our lives will come to pass. By my side here as well, you will notice that I have introduced this eagle. And the eagle for me is a cliche kind of symbol. Everyone talks about the eagle. Please pardon me because I introduced to you again this eagle. And this eagle here, as shiny as it is, it represents exactly what we intend to do in this channel and where we intend to go as the army of smart people. The eagle has 3 very distinct characteristics. And one of the characteristics of the eagle is that it can fly to the altitudes of over 10,000 feet. I want to grow this channel to rise above the hierarchy of information. I want to take us to a place where we will be the blueprint of what the public actually looks up to learn. So number 1, we want to soar higher than everybody else when it comes to the field of information. And of course, the eagle is the best example. Number 2, this eagle here can see 8 times stronger than the normal eye of a human being can. And what that represents, I want it to represent the accurate thought when we are reporting about facts and figures and data and concepts and theories. We want to be as accurate as possible. If you're talking about matters the economy, then I want to give you information that has been given so much thought with a lot of clarity, so that you don't get it anywhere else like we will get it here. And that is why I am using again the eagle as a representation of that. And the third final thing about the eagle that most of you know or might not know is that the eagle mates for life. In short, once the eagle begins to mate with its fair sex, it does that for a lifetime. And it can do it even for 35 to 40 years, the same mate. What I'm learning from that is that we are beginning a journey of commitment to this channel. And the commitment itself means that we want to work together to achieve the goals that we have planned ahead of us. And the commitment begins with the captain himself here, Duncan Robert. And I hope that I take this channel to the levels that I dream of. Now, from you, my viewers and my audience, I don't want you to leave me alone, because if I continue giving information and my army remains small, then the efforts and the work that is being done behind the scenes will not bear fruits. And as such, I am asking you for your commitment to this channel. And the best way of showing commitment to a channel is by subscribing and liking and sharing in the comment section of what you think. And that you will see for a very long time to come, for as long as we are alive, guys. The other change, or the other constant thing that you're going to see on this channel, is my dark blue sweater. And the reason why I'm choosing dark blue, it's because dark blue is actually a representation of knowledge, is a representation of authority and reliability. We want to be the blueprint of relevant knowledge. I want this channel to be an authority on different fields, on just educating the public. I want to empower the public, and that means I have to gain that authority to the public. I want this channel to be reliable, both in the content that it is producing and in the consistency by which we provide information and data to the people. So you'll be seeing the glass of water, and you'll be seeing the eagle, and you'll also be seeing the dark blue sweater on me. And that is what you'll be seeing as the year 2024 progresses. When I thought of starting this channel, I was a bit scared. I won't lie to you. I am not a very shy person. I speak my mind. I speak with confidence in public, even one-on-one. But one thing that has scared me for a very long time was social media, and basically because the kind of connotation and the kind of identity that social media has to the larger audience is not good, because so many bad things happen in the public arena. And so I thought, if I put myself out here, especially on social media, so many things are going to hinder me, especially the feedback from the audience and all that manner of stuff. But then I thought, for every good thing, there is a negative side to it, and then there's a positive side to it. I choose to see social media as a half-full cup, and as such, I want to dwell more on the half-full side of this cup. So when I came onto social media, I was a bit afraid, but I am happy to tell you that my 2023 experience has been very positive, and it has encouraged me to keep going. And because of that, I am going to tell you this, that if there is anyone out there also who does anything positive, creative to the society, and you feel like you need an audience, then just trust and believe yourself and put yourself out there. My channel is not yet big enough. We are currently at around 555 subscribers. I can tell you that is not a small feat. I am proud of myself and I'm proud of my audience for how far we have come within this short period of time, because the channel is barely 4 months old with not so much content yet. So I can only imagine what it's going to become with the plans that we have for 2024. So I'm encouraging you, all creatives and all people who have things they feel they can share to the world, just to go out there and share. We have gotten subscriptions that have encouraged me to keep going. The content has been up and down in terms of direction. I will be honest with you, there is one thing that is very hard to find when you're trying to put out content. You're trying to look for that kind of content that will take off, or that kind of content that your audience really wants to hear and to watch. As a matter of fact, it has taken me a long period of time over the course of this channel to figure out specifically what the audience wants to hear. And then I realized that the audience, while the channel is still very young, it is not very easy to get that feedback yet. It is not very easy to know exactly what the larger community wants to know. And as such, just have a plan, and then you focus on the plan, and then once you execute the plan over a period of maybe a year, then you are able to clearly tell the direction that the channel is taking. And as such, I also now have decided that I have put down a plan for 2024, and I'll stick to the plan, and hopefully over the period of the next 1 year, we'll be able to figure out specifically the direction that the channel will take. For now, let's just focus on information that is important and relevant to the public. And then the quality of videos, I think I've gotten very good feedback on the quality of my videos. I think I started from the word go. I wasn't really a content creator. I didn't know how to edit videos, but the feedback I have received so far is good for me, and I thank you guys for giving me the feedback. I have had bad times as well. One of the biggest lessons I have learned is when it comes to shooting videos, you must try as much as possible and have backups. I have lost content before. I have lost videos that I've shot that have gone to hours, a full hour video that just disappeared like that because of various technological challenges. And as such, you feel exhausted to even think of where to start. And as such, I hope as we grow, I will grow and build a team that some of these small challenges will not actually affect my production. Having said that, welcome again to my channel now. Welcome to 2024. My plan for 2024 is that I have selected every 2 months of the year, I will be dwelling on a specific topic, and we want to cut that topic to pieces. We want to understand the details of those specific topics, and I have reflected my topics to those of the World Bank so that we remain as relevant as possible to whatever it is that is happening across the world. Those are the industries that affect our lives on a day-to-day basis, and so I am going to reflect the same. And therefore, let me introduce to you what I call the Project Launch 2024. And my theme is that people need to know. In 2024, I am going to stick to Project Launch, And project launch will basically have a theme of people need to know. Our people need to know so that our people can be empowered. You need to know much about the financial sector. And the financial sector content will be running from January through to Feb. We're already on the 15th day of January, so we are a bit late, but do not worry, we shall catch up. In March and April, we are going to focus on energy and extractions. Oil, petroleum. Why do we have a lot of problems in the petroleum industry? What do we need to understand? Why does the prices of fuel keep changing all the time? Who are the people who actually produce oil and supply oil across this universe and across our countries? What do we need to do for us to be able to have something that will help us manage the petroleum crisis issues, like renewable energy and all that kind of stuff? So the month of March and April, energy and extractions. The month of May and June, those are the months I'm going to focus on the food industry, the agriculture. We are going to delve deeper into agriculture as an industry and what we need to know closer to our doors, and how can we empower ourselves as individuals when it comes to agriculture. In the month of July and August, we shall deal with industry and trade, commercialization and agribusiness, public administration when it comes to industry, trade and services, housing construction, manufacturing, and all that kind of stuff when it comes to industry and trade. In the month of September and October, I will dwell on information and communication. This is a darling for many people, and social media and all manner of media, of course, comes into this industry. The ICT infrastructure, the ICT services. We will dwell deeper into this industry, and we will break it down, guys, to a level which most of us will be empowered. I am certain about that. And of course, we will close the year in November and December when we focus on transportation as an industry. Now, for the rest of the industries that we will not have touched in the year 2024, we will dwell on them on the next year, that is 2025 going forward. But this year alone, 2024 project launch, our people need to know about the financial sector. Our people need to know about energy and extractions. Our people need to know about agriculture. Our people need to know about industry and trade. Our people definitely need to know about information and communication, and our people need to know about transportation. Once we delve deeper into these industries, I am assuring you that you will see the world from a very, very different perspective, and you will be empowered above all. With that, I am encouraging you guys, if you are here for the first time, just subscribe to this channel. And even better, if you click the notification bell so that it basically just triggers you to watch it the moment I post it. And we are an army of smart people. What that means is we share knowledge. So I am not an expert in all these fields, as you can tell. I have my specific sector, that is the financial sector, which is my area of expertise. But I don't know much about the energy sector. I don't know much about agriculture. And that is why I call it an army of smart people, because I am bringing people who could be having those diverse kind of knowledge that we think is very, very important to the public. What that means is I will also now be able to invite people over, people who I believe are very, very good experts in their respective fields. And these people will be able to answer some of the questions that we will not have been able to answer by ourselves. So if you also know that you are an expert in your field and you feel the need and you think that you have something that you can empower the public with, please note the months that you are going to touch on your industry, and then you can just inbox me on my email, and then I'll be able to pick your name and all that, and we can now start a journey of empowering each other. I don't know whether there's this kind of content across this region, and if there is none, then we are starting a journey that will definitely mean that we will be an industry lead or industry leaders. And as such, there are people out there who you know would love to watch this kind of content. Please invite them. Just share with them this link so that they can come and subscribe and become viewers of our content. I hope I have not spoken much, and if I have, it's because this is our first video of the year. And we are starting the year. Do not worry, we are not late. 15 days into the year is not too much. And also, we have spent a lot of time to think, to stick around, and join the army of smart people. That is my time. My name is Duncan Robert, and I'm your captain for as long as we shall live and for as long as this channel shall be here. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time.